Humanity's message was clear. Hurt us again, and you won't exist. The stars shone like diamonds in the dark sky above the human fleet. Captain Alex Carter stood on the bridge of the starship Liberty, his hands resting lightly on the railing. He looked at the endless blackness, thinking about the challenge ahead. Humanity had grown powerful in a short time, but most of the galaxy still thought humans were weak. Many alien species saw them as fragile, emotional, and unfit to survive the harsh universe.
They did not understand humans. Alex's thoughts were interrupted by the soft voice of diplomat Lisa Morrow.
She was standing beside him, calm and steady as always. "Captain, the council representatives will arrive soon. I think this will be the first real test for us," she said. Alex nodded.
"I know. The other species will not take us seriously."
"They never do." Lisa looked at him with a small smile. "Then we will show them why they should." The humans were on a mission to join the Galactic Council, a large organization made of many species. This council was supposed to keep peace in the galaxy. However, not all species were friendly. Some wanted to see humans fail. Some were curious. A few were already preparing to attack. The first alien ambassador to arrive was a tall, thin creature with green skin and 4 arms. Its name was Varnock. The human translators converted his harsh clicks and hisses into words. "Humans are fragile," Varnock said. "Your planet is weak. Your weapons are simple. Why should the Council care about your warnings?" Alex did not respond immediately. He watched Varnock carefully. Humans had faced this kind of disdain many times. Lisa stepped forward and spoke softly. "We are not fragile. We have survived disasters that would destroy most species. And we warn you now because we want peace. But if anyone attacks our colonies, the consequences will be clear." Varnock's 4 arms waved angrily. "Threats? You dare threaten the Council?" Lisa's voice stayed calm. "We do not threaten. We speak truth. Hurt humans again, and you will see what happens. We prefer peace, but we will respond if forced." Some council members laughed quietly. Humans were emotional, they thought. Humans liked to talk but could not fight. Alex stepped forward. He spoke with the calm authority of someone who had led humans through countless disasters. "We are not asking for respect. We are asking for understanding. Our home world is dangerous. We survive storms, earthquakes, and attacks from our own planet. We learn to adapt. That is why we can survive the galaxy." A small alien with purple feathers named Trinoc tilted its head. "Survive? You survived small threats. We face wars across many systems. You cannot match us. You cannot survive us." Alex looked at Trinoc without anger. "Then test us if you want. But do not think humans will fall quietly. Our colonies are not yours to destroy." Lisa placed a hand lightly on Alex's arm. "Captain, enough for now. Let them think what they want. We cannot change their minds today." They watched as the council meeting began. Each alien spoke about politics, trade, and power. Humans listened carefully, not interrupting unless necessary. Every gesture, every word was measured. Later news came from the edge of human space. The Varkun, a cruel and powerful alien empire, were moving their fleets toward a human colony. This colony, Ardens 7, was small but important. Many humans lived there. They had built a mining station and a small research base. Commander Ethan Brooks received the message aboard the fleet's command ship. His face was tight, serious. "The Varkun are attacking," he said. "They think humans are weak. They do not know what we can do." Alex looked at Ethan and nodded. "We will protect our people. We will warn them again, but we will prepare. The galaxy does not believe in humans, but they will soon learn." Lisa watched the communication screen. "The Council does not move fast. We have to act first." The human fleets prepared. Ships moved quietly, silently through the dark. They did not fire. They did not signal. The Varkun expected hesitation. Humans had none. Meanwhile, back at Ardens, 7 civilians went about their daily lives. Scientists worked in labs, miners went to tunnels, children played in the parks. No one expected the Varkun fleet to arrive so quickly. Ethan's voice came over the comms. "We can evacuate civilians, but we have to act fast. The Varkuan will not give us mercy."
Alex gave the order.
Evacuate everyone possible. Protect the colony. We do not provoke, but we defend. The Council may doubt us, but we do not care. We act for our people first. The first Varkuan ships entered orbit. Their hulls were dark, sharp, and deadly. They fired missiles at the colony, and explosions rocked the ground. Civilians screamed and ran for shelters. Humans fought back, but Ethan knew they were outnumbered. Alex watched the battle unfold on the screen. His hands clenched slightly. He did not shout. He did not panic. Humans did not need to. Every action was precise. Every command was clear. The humans were not helpless. They used their knowledge of the planet, their quick adaptation, and their advanced weapons to slow the Varkun. Many Varkun ships were damaged or destroyed, but the cost was high. The colony suffered, and civilians were hurt. Ethan spoke into the comms. "We are holding them, but we need reinforcements." Alex responded calm and steady. "We will send them. Prepare for evacuation. Protect as many as possible. Humanity does not beg. Humanity survives." Lisa sent a message to the Council. It was short and simple.
"We warned you. The Varkuan are attacking."
"We seek peace. Do not underestimate humans."
The Council members read the message and shrugged. Some laughed quietly. "They will not last," Varnox said. Alex felt no anger at their disbelief. Humans had survived worse than ridicule. They had survived disaster, hunger, war, and death. They would survive the galaxy. As night fell on Arden's star, 7 humans fought fiercely. Ethan led the defenses with courage and skill. Civilians were guided to safety. Ships moved like a river, protecting the colony as best they could. Alex and Lisa watched from Liberty. They knew this was only the beginning. The Varkuan thought humans were weak. They thought humans were emotional. They thought humans could be destroyed easily. They were wrong. The humans were quiet, controlled, and deadly when needed. They did not crave war, but they would end it if forced. Every human had the instinct to survive, and every human would fight for their own. The stars above Arden's 7 were bright with explosions. Missiles streaked across space. Ships roared past each other. Humans and Varkun clashed in ways the Council had not expected. In the middle of it all, Alex spoke to Lisa. They will learn soon. Humanity's message is clear, but they do not understand it yet. Lisa nodded. Let them see it. Let them know what happens when they hurt humans again. The battle continued through the night. Humans held their ground. Civilians were saved where possible. The Varkun fleet was shocked by the resistance. They had expected easy victory. By dawn, the sky over Arden's
7 was quiet again.
Many buildings were destroyed. Many ships were lost. Many lives had been taken, but humanity survived. The colony still stood. Civilians were alive. The message was sent. Alex looked at the stars once more. "This is only the start," he said softly. Lisa nodded, her face calm. "They will know soon enough. Humans are not weak. Humans do not beg. Humans survive." In the council halls, aliens whispered about what had happened. Humans had defended a colony alone. They had fought with precision. They had survived an attack that others would have failed to survive. No one expected humans to be like this. No one expected humans to fight so calmly, yet so effectively. And humanity's warning was simple. Hurt us again, and you will see what we can do. The stars were quiet, but the galaxy had begun to notice. Humans were not what anyone thought. They were strong, clever, and unyielding. The Varkuan had tested them, and humanity had survived. Captain Alex Carter turned to Lisa and said, "This is the start of something. The Council will see soon. They will know."
Lisa smiled faintly.
"Yes. And they will remember. The humans prepared for the next step. They did not celebrate. They did not shout. They quietly moved, ready, patient, and deadly if needed. Humanity had sent its first message. The galaxy would not forget it. The sun rose over Ardens. 7, casting a pale orange glow across the ruined colony. Smoke still drifted from buildings that had been hit, and the sound of alarms echoed in the distance. Humans were quiet, but determined. They were already organizing repairs and tending to the wounded. Commander Ethan Brooks walked through the streets with a small group of soldiers. He checked the shelters and made sure civilians were safe. Even though the colony had been attacked, people were alive. That was what mattered most. Ethan paused and looked at a young girl sitting on a broken wall, hugging her knees. Her eyes were wide with fear. "Don't worry," he said gently. "You're safe now. We'll take care of you." She nodded silently, her small hands trembling. Ethan knew many children had seen death for the first time today. He had seen fear in their eyes before, but today it was different. Humans did not hide from it. Humans faced it. On Liberty, Captain Alex Carter and diplomat Lisa Morrow watched the colony through the fleet's observation network. "They are brave," Alex said softly.
Even the civilians are helping each other. That is humanity.
Lisa nodded. Fear is natural, but humans do not let it stop them. They act. They survive. The Varkuan did not expect that. Alex's face hardened. They thought we were weak. They thought we would beg. They will learn soon enough that humans do not beg. Meanwhile, news of the attack spread across the galaxy. Alien species on the council were talking in whispers, some laughing, some worried. Many thought humans had been defeated. After all, the Varkuan fleet was enormous compared to the small human defenses. It did not make sense that the colony survived. On Earth, leaders watched the events unfold. President Henry Caldwell sat in the command room with generals and scientists. "They attacked our colony," he said. "We gave them one warning, and still they tried to destroy our people. Now they will see what humanity is capable of." A general named Marcus Hale nodded. "Sir, the fleets are ready. We can strike deep into Varkun space if needed." Henry smiled, calm and steady. "We will not strike blindly. We will show them what it means to hurt humans. We act with purpose, precision, and care. That is how we survive." Back on Ardens. 7. Ethan Brooks coordinated the rebuilding efforts. Soldiers moved through the streets, helping civilians carry supplies. Engineers repaired broken machinery, and medical teams treated the wounded. Despite the destruction, the humans remained organized. Chaos could not touch them. The Varkun were surprised. They had expected fear, panic, and surrender. Instead, humans rebuilt, defended, and prepared quietly. This confused many Varkuan commanders. They had never seen a species act this way. Captain Alex decided it was time to send a stronger message. He called a meeting with Admiral Noah Grant, the commander of the main fleet. Noah was a tall man with a calm voice and sharp eyes. He had led humans in many survival missions. "Noah," Alex said, "the Varkuan believe we are weak. They think we cannot respond. They are wrong. We will not attack civilians, but we will show them that humanity fights back when it is threatened."
Noah nodded. "I understand."
"Our forces are ready. We can move quickly. We strike where it hurts the most. The shipyards, the command centers, the weapons factories. We disable them, not just for revenge, but to prevent further attacks." Lisa Morrow spoke next. "We also need a message for the Council. We do not need them to understand fully yet, but they should see that humans act with precision, not anger."
Alex agreed. "Prepare it."
Keep it short, clear.
Let them know humanity's warning is not empty words. The humans began to move. Fleets left their positions quietly, avoiding detection as much as possible. They traveled faster than anyone expected. The Varkuan were confident. They had not prepared for a counterattack. Their spies reported no unusual movement. Ethan Brooks watched the skies above Ardens. Base 7. He could see small scouting ships in orbit checking for enemy movements. He knew they were the first to notice something was different.
They do not expect us to move so quickly, he said.
Lisa nodded. That is humanity. We do not waste time. We act when it matters. The humans reached the edge of Varkuan territory. The fleets moved in formation, silent and deadly.
They did not fire. They did not signal.
Every ship, every crew member was focused. Precision was their weapon. When the first Varkuan shipyards came into view, Noah Grant gave the order. Deploy drones. Target weapons, ship production and control systems. Avoid civilians if possible. The human drones moved like a swarm of silver fire. Within minutes, the first explosions shook the shipyards. Varkuan engineers tried to respond, but the attacks were too fast, too precise. Systems failed. Ships in the docks were destroyed before they could launch. Varkuan commanders were stunned. How did they get here so quickly? One shouted. They should have been stopped long ago. Noah Grant's voice was calm over the comms. Humanity survives because we plan, we act, and we endure. You attacked our people. Now you will see why that is a mistake.
Back on Liberty, Alex and Lisa watched as the fleets executed their maneuvers perfectly.
Human ships moved in tight formation, avoiding unnecessary damage. Captured Varkuan ships were seized carefully. Humans treated prisoners fairly. No one expected mercy after an attack, but humans were not cruel. They were precise, controlled, and deadly when needed. Lisa turned to Alex. They will talk about this for years. The galaxy will start to understand humans are not weak.
Alex nodded. Yes, they will understand that words alone are not enough.
But actions speak clearly. The Council received the human message shortly after the first strike. It was simple, clear, and direct. We warned you. We protect our people. Humanity will act when it is necessary. Hurt us again, and the consequences will be final. Many Council members were shocked. They had expected chaos, panic, or begging. Humans had shown none of these. Instead, they had acted with discipline and efficiency. Barnock, the four-armed alien who had dismissed humans before, clenched his hands. They are organized. Too organized. This is not what we expected. Trenok, the purple-feathered species, tilted its head nervously. They are precise. They do not attack randomly. They do not waste energy. We underestimated them. Even the Varkuan leaders were shaken. Their empire was powerful, but the humans were faster, smarter, and more disciplined than they had imagined. Ships, factories, and command centers had been destroyed in a matter of hours. Ethan Brooks received reports from the front. Many of the Varkuan fleets were retreating or immobilized. Their soldiers were confused. Some surrendered. Others fled. Humans were not chasing them unnecessarily. They were ending the threat, not enjoying destruction. Alex spoke to Lisa quietly. They will tell stories about today. They will try to understand humans, but they cannot. Humans survive because they are not predictable. Humans endure because they do not give up. Lisa looked at him, and that is why the galaxy must respect us. Not because we beg for respect, but because we survive, and we act when it is necessary. The humans continue their operation. They disabled Varkuan communications, preventing them from organizing counterattacks. They destroyed weapons factories and shipyards with careful precision. Any civilians or non-combatants in Varkuan territories were largely untouched. Humanity did not punish, but it did not forgive either. By the end of the first day, the Varkuan Empire was shaken. Ships were destroyed, fleets were crippled, and their leaders were terrified. The humans had shown that survival was not weakness, and retaliation was not chaos. On Liberty, Alex turned to Ethan, who was monitoring the front lines. This is only the beginning. The Varkuan will think twice before attacking humans again. And the Council will finally see our strength. Ethan nodded. They will learn. Today, humans sent a message. Tomorrow, they will remember it. Lisa added, it is simple. Humanity will not be destroyed lightly. We fight to protect our own. We endure. We survive. That is our law. our nature. As night fell over the Varkun territories, human fleets moved back to secure positions. They did not celebrate. There was no cheering or shouting. Humans were calm, patient, and ready for what came next. They had proven a point, and the galaxy was watching. The stars were silent, but the message was clear. Humans were not weak. Humans could endure disasters, survive attacks, and strike back when necessary. The Varkumen had learned it the hard way. Captain Alex Carter looked out at the stars. "They will remember us now," he said, "and they will think carefully before attacking again." Lisa Morrow nodded. Yes, humanity does not beg. Humanity survives. And now, humanity fights back. The galaxy had received its first true lesson in human strength. Quiet, precise, and unstoppable. The human fleets moved silently through deep space, far beyond the border worlds. Captain Alex Carter and Admiral Noah Grant watched the navigation screens carefully. Every movement of the fleet was planned. Every attack had a purpose. Humans were not reckless. They did not need to be loud to show their power. Admiral Grant spoke quietly. "Alex, the Varkuans still think they can fight us. They have no idea we are here so close to their command centers." Alex nodded. "They never think humans will come for them. That is their mistake. They assume weakness is surrender. We survive because we act when necessary, not because we make noise." The fleets entered Varkuan space under the cover of darkness. Small human scout ships moved ahead to find the locations of key targets: shipyards, weapons factories, and communication hubs. The Varkuan had spent years building a strong empire, but humans had studied them carefully. They knew every weak point, every vulnerable system. Commander Ethan Brooks received the coordinates of a major shipyard planet. "We strike fast," he said to his fleet. "We disable their ships before they can respond." We protect civilians. We show precision, not chaos. The human ships moved like a single organism. Drones were launched from the main ships, small and fast, able to bypass defenses. Missiles followed precise paths to destroy production lines, weapons depots, and energy generators. Explosions lit the dark space around the Varkun stations. Noah Grant watched the operation with calm eyes. They do not expect mercy. They do not expect efficiency. They think humans fight with emotion, but humans fight with intelligence and patience. "On the ground, Varkuan engineers scrambled. Shields are failing," one shouted. "Weapon systems offline. How is this possible?" One Varkuan general tried to rally the forces. "Attack! Destroy them before they can reach the capital." It was too late. The human fleets were already moving toward the capital. They did not waste energy on unnecessary fights. Human ships did not chase fleeing vessels unless needed. Every action was precise. Captain Alex Carter spoke to the fleet. "Remember, we are not cruel. We do not punish civilians. Our goal is to end their ability to attack, protect our people, disable their military. Act with skill and precision. Humanity survives because we act wisely." The first wave of attacks ended quickly. Varkun shipyards were destroyed, supply lines cut, and communication towers disabled. The Varkuan fleet in the system tried to respond, but the humans anticipated their movements. Every attack, every counter, every maneuver was calculated. Ethan Brooks coordinated the defenses of the fleet. "They think they can strike back. Let them try. We are ready for anything." Varkun ships fired back, but humans had learned from their attack on Arden's 7. They moved with speed and agility, using advanced shields and weapon systems to protect themselves. Many Varkuan ships were destroyed before they could reach effective range. Lisa Morrow observed the action from Liberty. The Council will see now. They will understand humans are not weak, and they never were. Captain Alex Carter nodded. Strength is shown in action, not words. Today, humans teach a lesson in survival and precision. In the middle of the attack, a Varkuan officer tried to send a warning message to the capital. It was intercepted by human intelligence teams. The message never left the system. Humans knew what was happening everywhere, and their movements were always one step ahead. Admiral Grant, the capital defenses are ready to collapse. Civilians in the area are being moved to safe zones. Human soldiers are maintaining strict control. This is a war of necessity, not hatred. Noah Grant responded calmly. Good. Keep focus. Precision wins wars. Humans do not fight blindly. Humans survive because they act carefully and decisively. The human fleets moved closer to the Varkuan capital. Large stations and weapon depots surrounded the main city, but humans did not panic. They studied the enemy, planned carefully, and then struck. Drones bypassed outer defenses and targeted energy systems first. Explosions knocked out shield generators, leaving the city exposed. Inside the city, the Varkuan were in chaos. Soldiers shouted orders. Civilians hid in underground shelters. Leaders argued about what to do. None of them expected humans to reach their capital so quickly, or to act so carefully. Alex spoke softly to Lisa. This is what it means to survive. Humans do not attack recklessly. Humans protect their own, and they disable threats efficiently. That is why we endure. Lisa nodded. They will never forget this. Even if they survive, they will remember. Humans do not forgive lightly, but they act justly. The human attack continued. Missile strikes destroyed ship production, energy generators, and weapons depots. Human soldiers secured key locations, preventing further attacks. Civilians in the city were guided to safe areas. The humans did not burn everything. They disabled the enemy without unnecessary destruction. Ethan Brooks led a team to a communications hub. He carefully disabled all outgoing transmissions. We want them to understand the cost of attacking humans, but we do not want to destroy everything. Survival is not about chaos. It is about precision. Noah Grant reported to Alex. The city is under control. The Varkuan fleet is crippled. They cannot organize further attacks. We have shown them humans are not weak, and we are precise when forced to act. Alex looked at the screen showing the Varkuan capital in silence.
This is only part of the lesson. Humanity survives because we act when necessary.
We are not cruel, but we are unstoppable when protecting our own. Lisa Morrow prepared the message to send to the Council. This will reach all species. They will see humans are not emotional or weak. They are strong because they endure, they act, and they protect their people. The message was short and clear. We warned you. We acted. Humanity survives and protects its own. Hurt us again, and the consequences will be final. The council members read the message with growing fear. Many had laughed at humans before, but now they understood. Humans were precise, disciplined, and deadly if threatened. Their response was not chaos. It was calculated. It was effective. Varnock, the green four-armed alien, clenched his fists. They are beyond what we imagined. They are not weak. They do not panic. They fight with skill. Treenock, the purple-feathered observer, tilted its head nervously. Humans survive anything. They endure, and they strike back when forced. They are unlike any species we know. Even the Varkuan leaders were desperate. We underestimated humans, one admitted. We cannot defeat them. Their strength is in survival, patience, and precision. They are not emotional fools. They are dangerous. Ethan Brooks reported the final results from the capital. All major military facilities are disabled. The Varkuan cannot attack humans or their colonies for a long time. Civilians are safe. The fleet is ready to return to Earth or support other colonies if needed. Alex Carter looked at the stars once more. The message has been sent. Humans do not beg. Humans do not act recklessly. Humans survive. The galaxy now knows this. Lisa smiled faintly. They will remember. Every species, every empire that thought humans were weak. They will know that we endure and act with precision, and they will fear testing us again. The humans withdrew their fleets carefully. They had shown the galaxy what happens when humans are attacked. The Varkuan were defeated, but they were not destroyed unnecessarily. Civilians had been protected. Their power had been checked. The lesson was clear. On Liberty, Alex spoke to Noah and Ethan. Today we showed the galaxy humanity's strength, not through chaos, not through hate, but through survival and precision. This is why humans endure. This is why humans are respected and feared in the stars. Noah nodded. They will think twice before attacking again. They will understand the cost of harming humans, Ethan added. And our people are safe. That is the most important thing. Humanity acts to protect its own. That is what makes us strong. Lisa looked at the screens one last time. The Council will never forget this. The message is clear. Hurt humans again, and the consequences will be final. That is simple and clear. That is humanity. As the human fleets returned to friendly space, the stars seemed quieter, but the galaxies were talking. Whispers spread of the humans who survived impossible attacks, who struck with precision, who protected their own, and who acted when necessary. The Varkuan Empire had been shocked, humiliated, and weakened. Other species on the Council were nervous. They had seen humans in action and they understood something they had ignored for too long. Humanity was strong, disciplined, and unstoppable when survival demanded it. Captain Alex Carter turned to Lisa. This is only the beginning. The galaxy will remember this day. Humanity's message is simple. Hurt us again, and you will see the consequences. Lisa nodded. Yes, and humanity will continue to protect its own, no matter the cost. That is who we are. Humanity had sent its strongest message yet. Quiet, precise, unstoppable, and just. The Varkuan and all who watched would think carefully before testing humans again. The stars were bright, but humans did not celebrate. They moved with purpose, ready for whatever came next. Humanity survived because they acted, because they endured, and because they protected what was theirs. The lesson had been taught, and the galaxy would not forget it. The galaxy was not quiet for long. News of the human attacks against the Varkuan Empire spread like fire across the stars. Council members whispered in fear. Many alien species had always underestimated humans, thinking their small, dangerous homeworld had left them weak and emotional. Now, every species was beginning to realize that humans were nothing like they expected. In the council chambers, representatives argued and debated. Varnock, the four-armed green alien, slammed his fist on the table. Humans are not weak, they are precise. They act faster than our fleets can respond. Trinoc, the purple-feathered observer, nodded. They do not attack blindly. They do not waste energy. They disable their enemies without unnecessary destruction. They are unlike any species we have ever seen. Karen Holloway, a human representative, spoke calmly from her seat. She had studied human history and survival techniques for decades. Humans are strong because they evolved on a death world. They survived extreme conditions, deadly predators, and harsh climates. They learned to endure what others would die from. They do not enjoy war, but they finish it when necessary. The council murmured among themselves. Many species did not want to admit it, but humans had changed the balance of power. The Varkuan Empire, once feared across the galaxy, was now crippled. Their fleets were destroyed, their shipyards burned, and their leaders frightened. Back in human space, Captain Alex Carter watched the news feed from Varkuan territories. He did not smile. Humans did not celebrate destruction. They were calm, controlled, and focused. Every action had a purpose. Every strike had meaning.
Admiral Noah Grant walked onto the Bridge of Liberty.
Captain, the Varkuan fleets are scattered. Their empire is in chaos. Civilians are being protected. We have shown restraint and strength. The galaxy is taking notice. Alex nodded. That is exactly what humanity needed to show. Not hatred, not chaos, but precision. Humans fight to protect, and we endure because we must. That is our nature. Lisa Morrow spoke quietly. Other species are beginning to fear us, not because we are cruel, but because we are unstoppable when survival is threatened. That fear is respect. That respect is peace. In Varkuan space, the Empire's leaders met in panic. Their main city still stood, but their fleets were gone, their production lines destroyed, and their soldiers confused. One general said angrily, Humans are not like anything we have faced before. They strike with thought, not emotion. They survive everything we throw at them. Another leader admitted quietly, they do not enjoy killing, but they finish what must be done. That is worse than any rage we have known. Ethan Brooks observed the remaining Varkuan forces. They are trying to recover, but they will not succeed. Humans are patient. Humans endure. They finish only what is necessary, and they are unstoppable when forced to act. The council called for an emergency meeting. Every species that had underestimated humans was present. Many were afraid. They had seen what humans could do, and the lesson was clear. The galaxy must respect humanity. Karen Holloway addressed the assembly. The humans are not emotional fools. They are not weak. They survived their home world because it demanded endurance, intelligence, and resilience. They do not seek war, but they act decisively when attacked. That is why the Varkuan are crippled. That is why humans cannot be ignored. Varnok's voice was tense. We thought humans were fragile. We laughed at them. Now we see their power. We must consider every action carefully. If they are attacked again, they will respond with precision and efficiency we cannot match. Even other alien powers that had never fought humans began to worry. Their fleets were strong, but humans had proven that strength alone did not win wars. Intelligence, precision, and endurance were just as dangerous. Captain Alex Carter received a message from the council. It was cautious, respectful, and fearful. Humans have proven themselves. We will adjust our policies. We did not expect such precision, control, and efficiency. Alex replied simply, We do not seek glory. We act to protect our people. Hurt humans again, and the consequences will be final. The human fleets moved back to their colonies quietly and efficiently. Ships repaired damage, civilians were safe, and scientists began studying new systems to improve defenses. Humanity did not celebrate victory. They did not shout. They prepared quietly for whatever came next. On Arden's 7. Commander Ethan Brooks walked through the streets. Civilians were rebuilding their homes. Soldiers were repairing defense systems. Even children helped carry supplies. Fear had not broken them. Humans survived because they did not panic. They endured. Ethan spoke to a small group of soldiers. The Varkuan thought they could destroy us. They were wrong. Humans fight to protect their own, and we endure because we must.
That is why the galaxy will respect us.
One young soldier smiled faintly. It feels good to know people respect us now.
Ethan shook his head. Respect is not given lightly.
We earned it. The galaxy will think twice before attacking humans again.
That is what matters. Captain Alex Carter reflected on humanity's nature. Humans had survived death world conditions, natural disasters, hunger, disease, and war. They had survived countless disasters that would have destroyed other species. The galaxy had seen only a fraction of that strength, but it was enough to make others fearful. Lisa Morrow added, Humans do not enjoy conflict. They act when necessary. They protect their own. That is their greatest power. The galaxy sees now that survival is not weakness. As weeks passed, the Varkuan Empire struggled to recover. Their fleets were broken, their cities damaged, and their leaders frightened. They attempted to negotiate, but humans demanded complete disarmament and protection for all human colonies. Noah Grant oversaw the negotiations.
We are not cruel, he said. We do not seek revenge.
We seek to prevent further attacks. Humanity survives by protecting its own. That is why we act as we do. The council observed in awe. Humans had not destroyed everything. They had acted with precision, efficiency, and care. They had won without unnecessary cruelty. This was not the behavior of a weak species. This was the behavior of a species that survived everything.
Captain Alex Carter spoke to the fleet.
Remember, humans endure because we act carefully. We are not reckless. We are not emotional fools. We protect what must be protected, and we act decisively when necessary. That is our message to the galaxy, Lisa added. Other species will remember this. They will know that humans survive, endure, and act with precision. That is why they respect us. That is why they fear us. On our dance! Our dance! 7 civilians looked up at the stars. They had survived an attack from one of the most feared empires in the galaxy. They had seen humans act with intelligence, courage, and care. They had seen humans endure. Ethan Brooks spoke to them quietly. You survived because humans do not give up. We fight to protect our own. We endure because we must. That is why humanity is respected across the stars. In the council chambers, discussions continued. Many species who had dismissed humans before now spoke with caution. They debated trade, politics, and military actions differently. Humans were no longer seen as weak. Every species knew that attacking humans was dangerous. Karen Holloway addressed the council once more. Humans are not emotional fools. They survive disasters that would destroy others. They act decisively when necessary. They do not seek war, but when forced, they finish it. That is why the Varkuan are defeated. That is why the galaxy must respect humanity. Varnak's voice was quiet, almost fearful. We underestimated humans. Never again. Trinok nodded.
They are not reckless.
They are precise. They endure. They survive. That is why the galaxy fears them. Captain Alex Carter received reports from the front lines. Humans were rebuilding colonies, improving defenses, and training new fleets. They did not celebrate. They did not boast. They quietly prepared, knowing that survival was always the first priority. Lisa Morrow spoke softly. The galaxy now understands humans. We protect our own. We endure. We act with precision. That is the true strength of humanity. Alex Carter looked out at the stars. The Varkuan learned it. Other species will learn it, and humanity will continue to endure, protect, and act when necessary. That is our message. Hurt us again, and you will see the consequences. Across the galaxy, whispers spread. Humans had survived what no one expected. They had struck back with precision, protected their people, and taught a lesson in survival. The galaxy was no longer laughing at humans. They were respecting them. They were cautious. They were afraid. The stars were quiet, but the lesson had been learned. Humanity endured because they acted carefully. They protected their own, and they survived where others would fail. The message was simple. Hurt humans again, and you will not survive. The humans did not celebrate their victory. They repaired their colonies, cared for their people, and prepared for whatever the galaxy might send next. Humans survived because they acted, endured, and protected. That was the true power of humanity. And across the stars, the galaxy began to whisper one truth again and again. Humans were not weak. Humans endured. Humans acted with precision. Humans survived. The message had spread, and it would not be forgotten. The galaxy was changing. Every system, every council member, every alien empire had seen the humans in action. The Varkuan were no longer a threat. Their fleets were destroyed, their weapons disabled, and their leaders fearful. Other species were nervous, realizing that humans were nothing like they had expected. Humans did not seek war, but when threatened, they acted with precision, intelligence, and endurance. Captain Alex Carter stood on the Bridge of Liberty, looking at the stars. The fleets were returning to human space, but he knew this was more than a military victory. This was a lesson. The galaxy now understood humanity's message. Hurt us again, and you will not survive. Admiral Noah Grant joined him, calm as always. Captain, the Varkuan leaders have sent emissaries. They want to negotiate, to surrender fully. They understand the cost of attacking humans.
Alex nodded. Good.
We will accept surrender, but we will not forget. Civilians will be protected. Our colonies will be safe. That is what humanity does. Lisa Morrow, standing nearby, added, "Other species are also watching. They see the Varku unhumbled. They see humans acting with restraint and precision. That is the true message. Humans survive, endure, and protect their own." In the council chambers, emissaries from the Varkun arrived. They were cautious, fearful, and respectful. Their leaders spoke with quiet voices, avoiding anger or pride. "Humans," one said, "we underestimated you. We attacked your colonies thinking you were weak. We were wrong. We surrender, and we will follow your terms." Karen Holloway, the human representative, addressed the council. "We do not seek revenge. We act to protect our people and maintain peace. The Varkuan will be disarmed and will protect human colonies. That is the agreement. Humanity does not enjoy war, but we finish it when necessary. This is the lesson for all species. Hurt humans again, and you will see the consequences." The other council members listened carefully. Many of them had doubted humans, laughed at them, and ignored their warnings. Now they understood. Humans were patient, precise, and deadly if provoked. Their strength was not in cruelty but in survival, intelligence, and discipline. Back on Arden's. 7. Commander Ethan Brooks walked through the colony. Civilians were rebuilding, working together, and helping each other. The soldiers were repairing defenses and training new recruits. Humans did not panic, even after attacks. They acted, endured, and survived. That was their nature. Ethan spoke to a group of soldiers. "We survived because humans do not give up. We protect our own. We endure, and we act when necessary. The galaxy now respects us. That is because we are careful, precise, and strong." One young soldier smiled. "It feels good to know we are respected." Ethan nodded. "Respect is earned. The galaxy now knows the cost of attacking humans. That is the most important thing." On Liberty, Alex Carter and Lisa Morrow reviewed reports from all human colonies. Every attack had been repelled. Every civilian had been protected where possible. Every fleet had acted efficiently and carefully. Humans had taught a lesson without unnecessary cruelty.
Alex spoke quietly to Lisa.
The Varku unlearned the cost of attacking humans. Other species will remember.
Humanity's message is clear and final. Hurt us again, and you will not survive. Lisa nodded. Yes, humans endure because they act with intelligence and precision. We protect our own, and the galaxy now knows it. In the Varkuan territories, scientists, engineers, and civilians began rebuilding. Humans did not occupy their worlds unnecessarily. They had disabled military targets, but they left civilians unharmed. The Varkuan were free to live, but they could no longer threaten humanity. Ethan Brooks oversaw the rebuilding efforts. We do not destroy unnecessarily. We act to protect, to survive, and to teach the galaxy our message. That is why humans endure and win respect. The Council continued to watch closely. Other species realized that humans were not reckless or emotional. Humans survived extreme conditions, protected their people, and acted decisively when threatened. That combination made humans one of the most respected species in the galaxy. Captain Alex Carter spoke to the fleet before they returned fully to human space. Remember, our mission is complete. We protected our colonies. We disabled the Varkuan threat. We did not seek war, but we acted decisively when necessary. Humanity survives because we endure, we protect, and we act with precision. That is the message for all the galaxy. Hurt humans again, and you will not exist. Lisa Morrow added, Other species will remember this. Humans are careful, disciplined, and intelligent. We do not attack without reason, but we will act to protect what is ours. That is why the galaxy respects us now. Back on Earth, President Henry Caldwell addressed the people. Our fleets have returned. Our colonies are safe. The Varkuan Empire is no longer a threat. Humanity has sent a message across the stars. We survive, we endure, and we protect our own. Hurt humans again, and the consequences will be final. This is our strength, our nature, and our promise. In the council chambers, other species debated how to respond. Many wanted to strengthen defenses against humans. Some wanted to form alliances to avoid conflict. Every species understood one truth: humans were not weak, and survival made them dangerous if threatened. Karen Holloway spoke once more. Humans do not seek war. We do not attack unnecessarily. We act only to protect our people. That is why the Varkun have been defeated, and why the galaxy must respect humanity. This is the lesson that will not be forgotten.
On Arden's 7, Ethan Brooks watched the rebuilding.
Civilians worked together, soldiers trained, and children played safely in the parks. Humans had survived another attack, and they had shown the galaxy their nature: calm, careful, and unstoppable when necessary. A young soldier asked, "Do you think they will attack again?" Ethan shook his head. No. The galaxy now understands. Humans do not beg. Humans endure. Humans act when needed. That is our power. That is our message. And it will not be forgotten. Captain Alex Carter looked at the stars from Liberty. The galaxy has seen humans in action. We have survived impossible attacks, protected our people, and disabled threats without unnecessary destruction. That is why the galaxy respects us, and that respect is the strongest peace we can have. Lisa Morrow smiled. Yes, the Varkun learned the lesson. Other species will remember it. Humans survive because we act, we endure, and we protect. That is our true power. Across human space, fleets repaired, colonies rebuilt, and scientists studied ways to protect people better. Humans were not reckless. They were careful, disciplined, and intelligent. That combination made them strong and respected across the stars. Ethan Brooks spoke to his soldiers. Remember, humanity survives because we act with intelligence and precision. We protect our own, and we endure. That is why the galaxy respects us and fears what happens if we are attacked again. On Liberty, Alex Carter and Lisa Morrow watched the stars. Silence stretched across the fleet, but they did not celebrate. Humans were calm, controlled, and patient. Their mission had been completed. The Varkuan were defeated. The galaxy had seen humanity's strength, and the message was clear: hurt humans again, and you will not exist. The galaxy whispered about humans. Stories spread across alien systems. They spoke of a species that survived impossible odds, fought with intelligence, protected their own, and acted decisively when threatened. They spoke of a species that was careful but unstoppable, precise but just, enduring and strong. Noah Grant spoke to Alex quietly. The galaxy will think twice before testing humans again. We have shown them the cost. We have protected our people. We have endured.
Alex nodded. Yes.
Humanity's message is clear. We survive, we endure, and we protect. That is why the galaxy respects us. That is why the lesson will last forever. In the council chambers, Karen Holloway concluded, humans are not emotional fools. They are survivors. They are precise. They protect their own. They act only when necessary. That is why they endure, and why they are respected. That is the lesson of the Varkuan conflict, and it will be remembered across the galaxy. On Arden's 7, civilians worked and lived in peace. Soldiers trained, fleets repaired, and humans continued their lives. They did not boast or celebrate, but they were proud. They had survived, endured, and acted. They had shown the galaxy who humans really were. Ethan Brooks smiled quietly. Humans do not beg, humans endure. Humans act with intelligence and precision. The galaxy knows it now. And that knowledge will protect us for generations. Captain Alex Carter looked at the stars, calm and steady. This is what it means to be human. We survive. We protect our own. We endure. And when necessary, we act decisively. Hurt humans again, and you will not exist. That is our law, our nature, and our promise to the galaxy. The human fleets returned to home space. Humans did not celebrate victory with noise or war cries. They repaired, rebuilt, and prepared quietly. They had sent the strongest message across the stars. Every alien species, every council member, every enemy now understood humanity was strong, disciplined, intelligent, and unstoppable when protecting what they valued. The stars were bright, but humans did not shout. They moved with purpose, patience, and discipline. The Varkun were defeated. The galaxy respected them. And the message was simple: hurt humans again, and you will not exist. And humanity would endure, always.